Midwest rivals collide at Werner Park in Papillion, Nebraska, in a matchup that could determine playoff places come the end of the year. It's Union Omaha and Forward Madison. It's USL League One soccer on ESPN+. I'm Donnie Barnes. Let's see where these two currently reside in the league table entering this one. Omaha had their 11-match unbeaten run come to an end on Saturday with a 3-0 loss at Richmond. They need a big bounce-back night here to make sure that loss doesn't turn into a slide at the worst time of the season. Forward Madison have lost just once in their last 7, but they've only won one of their last 7. Those 5 draws have kept the Mingos right in the hunt. They've also prevented them from moving up the table more, and they could use a win to pull further ahead of the chasing pack for one of those top 6 places. Omaha's attack has been boosted by USL veteran Corey Herzog, a man who scored 80 goals at USL championship level. He scored at all 3 levels of USL this year, and he also had this gorgeous assist for Noe Meza a few weeks ago. A guy that has vision to pick out passes and finishes that most others don't, Jay Mims has said. This was a great finish. His 1 goal for Omaha so far a week and a half ago against NCFC. For the Mingos, meanwhile, Mateus Cassini back in their lineup, back to being a crucial part of their attack. He has more freedom than anyone else in their team to roam all over the park. Head coach Matt Glazer trusts him to impact the game as he sees fit. He can score, as he's done 4 times this year with some great finishes. Also can spot some great through balls and final passes, and is often the pass before the final ball guy. Matt Glazer has said, whether he's noticeable or not, he's a player Madison need to have firing if they're going to have success at Werner Park this evening. These two are the closest geographic rivals to each other, and every meeting has been tight over the past 3 years. They've played 8 times, they've drawn 5, a pair of split decisions this year. Will the Owls finally soar over their pink and blue nemesis, or will the Flamingos find their way out of Omaha with 3 massive points? Starting 11s and kickoff are next.
Hey everybody, can't wait to see you this Wednesday night here at Werner Park. We're really excited about having Madison here. Obviously, it's always a competitive match with our 2 teams, and looking forward to the match, both having good seasons, and so it's a big game for us. So we need you to come out and help support us. So we'll see you guys soon. And then also our unified Union Omaha team is playing after the match, and can't wait to pull those guys on. Last time they pulled off a victory, and we're hoping for the same as well. So I know our guys are really excited about seeing those guys and seeing the team and cheering them on. So let's come out to Werner Park and win on Wednesday night, and see you soon.
Tonight, we would like to welcome our Centris Federal Credit Union ball kids. If you want to be a Centris ball kid at the next Union Omaha match, visit unionomaha.com/community to sign up. Thank you to Nebraska State Soccer for helping us select the Centris ball kids. This is the 3rd time Forward Madison will wear their alternate pink kits this season. If you would like more information on that special pink kit, you can scan the promo code on your screen right now. Here they are, Union Omaha and Forward Madison, the procession onto the pitch before this big matchup here this evening. You see the records and points as Union Omaha suffering just their 3rd defeat of the season on Saturday. Forward Madison 5 draws in their last 7. Both of them in a playoff place were the playoffs to start here tonight. The season series between the 2 sides, they drew 0-0 back in late July. That was at Breese Stevens Field at Forward Madison's home. Dion Akoff had the only shot on target of the match for Omaha as the 2 sides canceled each other out. Back in April, it was a great, entertaining 2-2 back-and-forth draw in which Omaha took the lead. They were pegged back by a penalty late in the first half, regained the lead just before halftime on this J.P. Skierce goal. But then in the second half, Jeremiah Strang with this excellent finish, arrowing it into the corner. And that salvaged a 2-2 draw for the Mingos. Your starting 11s tonight, presented by Rotella's Italian Bakery. For the Owls, forced to reshuffle that back line after that bad-looking leg injury to Alex Touche on Saturday. So they come out in a 3-5-2, at least in the beginning. Amir Ali Hadzik on that right side will likely drop back into the defense when needed, so it might look more like a 4-4-2 at times. But on paper, 3 defenders, 5 midfielders tonight. Noe Meza, of course, leads the team with 8 goals this year. He's really benefited from that partnership with Corey Herzog over the past few weeks. For Forward Madison, they'll be in there 4-3-3, we believe, with Raiko Arozarena anchoring that goalkeeper position. He's been excellent, of course, since they picked him up over a month ago. And we talked about Mateus Cassini, Mikey Maldonado. The most chances created on this forward Madison side this year, has 3 assists and could have a bunch more. He'll be the danger man, one of the danger men in the middle of the park for them. You see Union Omaha wearing that different ensemble tonight. They have the white kits, but the Volt yellow shorts and socks. So it's going to be a colorful looking Owl side this evening. A team that's normally in black or white, or some combination of the two, with Volt simply as an accent, but a lot more Volt tonight. And Noe Meza hopes that that will help spark his side back to another victory. Again, they were 11 unbeaten before that result on Saturday. They had won 2 in a row before that setback on Saturday. Our referee this evening is Velimir Stefanovic. It will be forward Madison to get us underway, as they'll be attacking from left to right. Here we go. Union Omaha looking to stay in touch with the top 2 teams in the table. Forward Madison seeking to solidify themselves on the correct side of the playoff bubble. As the ball immediately runs out of play, and we'll see the first goal kick of the match. And don't sleep on it, of course, here at Werner Park, because last time the Owls were at home a week and a half ago, the first goal kick of the match turned into a goalkeeper goal. That was, of course, with Kevin Piedrahita between the sticks for Omaha. Rashid Nuhu equally capable of bombing one down the pitch, and this is a short pitch, remember. Most visiting teams who come in here don't need to be reminded. Omaha looking to go straight onto the attack, and a ball forward intended for Corey Herzog. Just missed him. Fizzed in there with great intent. And now a goal kick coming for Madison. There is Corey Herzog, a goal and an assist for Omaha so far this year. He scored a goal for Hartford earlier this season at the USL Championship level. Also scored in the US Open Cup against Omaha. That was for Des Moines Menace. Raiko Arozarena calm under pressure. Omaha looking to press him. Arozarena really good at playing out from the back and with his distribution. The underrated things he's brought to this team, Matt Glazer has said. Here Jay Mims hollering on the touchline, wanting his side to press very actively in these opening minutes. Arozarena making himself available. Very aggressive keeper, of course, especially on crosses and balls into the box. Looks to command his area very effectively. There is Jay Mims wearing the polo tonight. Header was well won by Abdou Mbake Jam, who's really found a home out wide for forward Madison in recent weeks. Guy who had been playing up top as a striker for much of the year, but has to move out wide and has really excelled in that role. Long ball forward, Meza chests it down, leaves it for Herzog. Herzog shielding it off with his body, trying to leave it for Jiba, but Jiba overran it. Now Brito is fouled. So free kick for Union Omaha, 2.5 minutes in. We've talked over the past few weeks about Omaha working on their set pieces in training much more. Teams often reluctant to do too much live training on set pieces because of the danger of injury, but they've worked on them a ton. They feel they've gotten a lot better at them over that span. They're hoping that will show more and more in matches down the stretch this year. You see that line of pink defending the top of the box. Brito plays it short. Run through for Herzog, but too much on it. Training ground routine. There was one of those set plays that they've clearly been working on the training pitch, but the ball in for Herzog just too heavy. Again, they pressure Arozarena, and Arozarena has to put it out across the end line, and that will be the first corner of the match. There's Matt Glazer in his first season at the helm of forward Madison. And his team has played better and better as this year has gone on, as he's been able to implement his vision more and more. They've clearly bought into it. Under a bit of pressure early on tonight. This is the first Modelo corner kick of the night. Served by Joe Brito. The outswinger is headed over. Good delivery. J.P. Skiers got on the end of it but couldn't get over it. This is something Jay Mims spoke about this week, with Raiko Arozarena being so active and good at coming out and claiming crosses and corner deliveries. He said we've got to make sure we're not just blindly floating balls into the box. He said we've got to be pinpoint with our crosses, be quick with them, be precise with them. Well, that was exactly what Joe Brito was with that delivery. J.P. Skiers might feel he could have done a bit better with it. Skiers in a battle there that he loses out on. Cassini, what a neat little spin that was to maintain possession. Mele Temgia, native of Canada. And now we get a stoppage in play. It looks like Cassini has stayed down. Cassini, of course, missed a bit of time in the middle of this season with the birth of his child. Looked like he just shushed the Omaha bench, so it looks like he's all right. Wonderful little spin on the ball. Tough to see exactly what happened after that. So the drop ball will be presented to Raiko Arozarena. Of course, was loaned from Tampa Bay Rowdies. Phil Breno, who started the year, played the first half of the season in goal for Forward Madison, was loaned the other way. Rear goalkeeper swap. Trying to play it down that right side. Not the worst idea. Derek Gephardt ran out of room, which happens very quickly on this pitch, of course. First time Forward Madison have visited here this season. The only time they will visit here this season, unless, of course, these teams meet in the postseason, which is certainly a possibility. There is Raiko Arozarena. 4 clean sheets in 8 matches with the Mingos. He's given them so much more confidence along that back line with his ability to command that box. Mikey Maldonado. Really well done by him. That's a great ball down the left side, but unable to keep it in play. Derek Gephardt, or excuse me, that was Cyrus Rod getting down that left. And he'll be disappointed that he wasn't able to keep that sequence alive. Corey Hertzog battling for this ball. Kept in play by Meza. Well done by him. Picked out a teammate. That's Luis Heel. Down the line intended for Brito. Intercepted, though, by Eric Leonard, who puts it out into touch. Looking to keep the tempo high. Meza under pressure, dispossessed. Crowd hollering for handball, not given. Play continues, and it's turned back over by Madison. Mirali Hadzik. Meza claiming the throw and gets it. Omaha have scored a number of early goals here at home over the past several weeks. Looking for another one here, but they're offside. There's neat interplay down that right, but Corey Hertzog just a half step too soon with his run. While celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL League One. Choose what you play with at www.selectsportamerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice. Forward Madison able to claim that second and third ball. Those, of course, are always so critical against Omaha. They'll reset at the back now with Arozarena. Every single head coach that you talk to whose team is about to play Union Omaha talks about the importance of winning second balls. It is a universal principle against an Owls side that are often so good at winning those second balls and sometimes creating chances directly from them. That's overambitious for Hertzog, and Arozarena with an easy claim. Well, the opening 9 minutes, Forward Madison doing pretty well on those second balls. Mingos, of course, love to play a possession game, and they've gotten better and better at it as this year has gone on. A side that has completed the most passes in USL League One this season. Lead the league in both passing and passing accuracy. A bit heavy on the touch there. Azim Bartman, his side able to win it back. Mikey Maldonado. Switching to his left foot, trying to switch play out to the right side, but misfiring. Madison have also been a very patient team this year. They don't shoot as much as other teams in the league, but their accuracy has been very good. But now it's Omaha rampaging down the left with Jiba. He was tracked down by Derek Gephardt, and who was it off last? I believe it was off Gephardt. Should be a corner for Omaha. And with 10 minutes gone, they'll have their second Modelo corner of the match. Jiba sprung down that left side, showed a bit too much of the ball to Gephardt. Was able to track back. Gephardt claiming he played it off Jiba, but the referee was not buying that. First service for Joe Brito from this side of the pitch now. Remember, he went with that good outswinger from the opposite side. This time put it on top of the 6, and there it is. Raiko Rosarena doing what he's shown himself to do best. Playing that ball low and hard down the pitch. Runs all the way out for another goal kick. Not too far away from connecting with Mateus Cassini, though. See Rosarena confidently out to claim that cross again. On in-swingers especially, Rosarena is going to be tough to beat. Jay Mims did talk about maybe trying to get some bodies around him, make him less comfortable coming out of his line or coming off of his line, but easier said than done. The entire Union Omaha team claiming that throw. Amir Alihadzik really upset at that decision. Well, Maldonado dispossessed. Herzog now. Joe Brito. Herzog. Bit of a slack ball given away. Cassini looking to slip a man through. That's not his best ball. Boy, opportunity either direction there. Both teams a little sloppy in possession. Both sides could have made more of that situation. Omaha in particular really fortunate after giving that ball away in the center of the park, and they only had a couple defenders back. You would expect Mateus Cassini to play a more precise ball. Now over the top, Herzog on the volley and sends it over. That's how quickly it can happen for Union Omaha. A couple balls down that short pitch. And a half chance for the veteran striker. Rosarena. See how calmly Forward Madison looked to play the ball out from the back. They are completely fearless about doing that. Do want to say hello to everybody watching at the Forward Club in Madison. Their watch party there at Brees Stevens. It's new who accepts that into his chest. This has been such an even rivalry over the past 3 years. 2 wins for Forward Madison, 1 win for Union Omaha, and 5 draws. Down the pitch, Herzog using his strength. Holds off a defender, looking for a foul, didn't get one. Omaha trying to set up that press. Again, Madison able to play their way out of it, although they turn it over in the middle of the park. Brito playing some head tennis. Herzog was trying the no-look connection with Meza. Throw coming for Omaha midway into their own half as elsewhere around the league, Tormenta is leading Charlotte Independence 1-0. Another key matchup. They're just about all key this time of year, of course, but those are two sides right on that playoff bubble. Tormenta with an early goal, and that's held up thus far early in the second half. Game being played in Charlotte. Brito earns a throw for Union Omaha. Matt Glazer pointing out where he wants his side to defend. Herzog, Brito, not able to connect with Meza, goal kick. Joe Brito rested a little bit in recent weeks, playing in his first professional season. Jay Mims wanting to make sure he doesn't hit a wall. Playing so many more games in his first pro year than you play in the college ranks. Rosarena motioning his teammates long and then playing it along the ground. Ollie Hodzik kept that in play. Skierce heads it along. Challenge there between Brito and a Flamingo, and now way out of his box is Nuhu. Didn't really get the touch right, and Mbake Jam trying to catch Brito off his line. Nuhu recovers and was able to make the leg save unconventionally. Abdou Mbake Jam causing problems for Madison, and now Omaha countering down that right side. Heel with the cross, just overhit. Joe Brito throws the thumbs up. End to end they went, and we stay goalless. So it was great hold-up play by Nazim Bartman. Off that deflection, Abdou Mbake Jam got to it first. Rashid Nuhu way off his line, didn't really get it cleanly, but then was able to get it with his right foot. Mbake Jam, who scored a goal somewhat similar to that against NCFC a few weeks ago, with the goalkeeper way off his line. Not quite as fortunate that time. But again, the guy causing problems for forward Madison, and that's been a constant in recent weeks, really for much of the year. Matt Glazer lauded his work rate. How many things he does for the team that don't show up on the stat sheet. Union Omaha incensed that that foul was called. Joe Brito claiming a dive. Referee Velimir Stefanovic motioning him over. Well, let's see it again. Leonard playing that ball forward. Cassini on the end of it. Joe Brito insistent that he won the ball cleanly. Cassini over hitting that in the direction of Derek Gebhardt. First time in a little bit, forward Madison were able to string some passes together. Asked Matt Glazer about playing that passing, possession-based game on this much smaller pitch. Wheeler Omayunu connects with Gebhardt, trying to leave it for Cassini. And it will be a throw-in for Madison. Retrieved by Leonard. Matt Glazer said, we have to recognize those spaces are still there, even on a smaller pitch. There's just less of it. So they had to be very precise with their passing game. Obviously less margin for error on this surface than at most. They didn't really want them to change the way they play.
Go! Go! Good. Talk to him, Malay.
JP Skiers, Ali Hadzik, Noe Meza. He has Herzog to his left. He has Heel running into the box. The ball was not a good one. We saw Herzog's frustration. You could hear Matt Glazer yelling to his team, don't be static, don't be still. Cassini. Andrew Wheeler-Omiunu. Eric Leonard. Mr. Mingo. He's awarded the man of the match after Forward Madison's 100th club match last Wednesday when they were home to NCFC. Eric Leonard hasn't quite appeared in all 100 of those matches, but he's been in most of them. He's presented a commemorative kit with 100 on the back after the match, well deserving. His teammates hopeful of making a playoff appearance this year and making a deep run. Showing more and more as this year has gone on their potential to do exactly that. Have to get in first, and they're still just 1 point above that playoff line at the start of this evening. Despite all their good play of late. Over the top, that just missed Nazim Bartman. And with 20 and a half minutes gone, remains 0-0 between Omaha and Madison. Ball falls to JP Skiers. He uses Ryan Jiba. Joe Brito. Has Jiba to his left. Hold it back to Connor Doyle, the captain. Skiers now. Ali Hadzik, lots of space on that right. Chance to serve across in. He does so and serves it all the way over the bar. I don't think that was a shot attempt by Amir Ali Hadzik, but Rosarena just had to make sure it was over his bar. Decent build-up play by the Owls, kept it well. Don't know if Ali Hadzik was trying to catch a Rosarena off his line. Rosarena appeared to have it well covered. Doyle looking to put pressure on. It's a bold ball right across the face of the 18-yard box. Had room to make it, though. Leonard back to a Rosarena. Rosarena a little errant with his distribution that time. Crowd appreciates the effort. Ali Hadzik switching to Jiba. Dalton Knutson, who's really going to have to shoulder the load at that center back position now with Alex Touche out for what appears to be a while following that bad-looking leg injury on Saturday. Playing alongside Gabe Claudio, who's come back into the starting 11 today. Claudio, another guy who figures to have a lot more responsibility over the rest of this year. Herzog now. Luis Heel. JP Skiers. Amir Ali Hadzik. Madison positioning themselves well, denying those angles. Omaha did not see a clear crossing or passing route into the box. Over halfway through this opening half. Oh, that's a bad ball, and now a chance for the Mingos to counter. Andrew Wheeler-Omiunu looking to run at that back line. Not on the left it goes. Nazim Bartman lofting it into the box. Knew who slipped. Claudio wins the initial header. Flicked back by Doyle. Maldonado goes tumbling. Referee sees nothing wrong. That's another little let-off for Omaha after a poor giveaway by them. A couple times in this first half they've done that, in potentially compromising areas. Maldonado shielded off the ball, and Brito the other direction for Omaha, but just bothered as he tried to release that pass for Herzog. Taken back by Madison, and Gephardt touches back to Leonard. Still 1-0 Tormenta leading Charlotte Independence. They're in the 62nd minute now. We search for our first goal here tonight in the Omaha Metro. Cassini dispossessed by Doyle. Brito skipping the other way. Good ball for Meza. Not a lot of help forward for Noe Meza. He was calling for a foul. Jiba looking to burst his way into the box. Now forced wide by Leonard. He serves in the cross, but straight to a Rosarena. Jiba showing his danger and his speed down that wing. Mims apparently feeling his team is dropping a little too deep. You hear him yelling, "Quit dropping." You see how patient forward Madison are with the ball. They're not going to force something if it's not there. Mele Temgia. Eric Leonard. Cassini. Looking one direction, lost it in the other. One back though, and Cassini. Mbake Jam. A little bit of space for Wheeler Omiunu. Mitch Osmond. Andrew Wheeler Omiunu. Cassini between the lines. And then intercepted by Jiba. And then Brito, shielding the ball, wins the foul. It's been a bit of a rough opening half hour for Mikey Maldonado. Player with tons of quality, who, as we said at the Open, has created more chances than anybody else in pink this year. Mateus Cassini again down as play stops. See Cassini gesturing at his chest area. So I'm not sure exactly what happened on that play, but 0-0 we stand 27 minutes in. Union Omaha with 2 shots, none on target. Madison credited with 1 shot on target so far. Cassini helped back up. As we remind you not to miss a minute of the action in 2022, whether your club's on the road or at home, catch nearly every second of USL League One action on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. So the free kick for Omaha after that stoppage. You see Cassini on the touchline. He wanted to be let back on the pitch directly. He's going to have to wait a moment. Back in play. Corey Herzog wanted to play the overlap to Meza, but that was well tracked and covered. Cyrus Rod was not going to let that happen. Long down the left, Jiba trying to track it down, cannot. Game settling into a little bit of a stalemate here, nearly half an hour in. Both sides set up well in what they want to do. Mims happier with his team's press that time, but forward Madison playing their way out of it well, and what good control that was initially by Mbake Jum. Then he lost it, and now it's Meza for Omaha. And off the defender's heel, it will be a throw. Ali Hadzik, his service in, headed away. Almost fell to Connor Doyle, falls instead to Mateus Cassini. Chiba back to retrieve this, chooses not to use his goalkeeper. Skier's trying to connect with Noe Meza down that left flank. Half an hour gone, 0-0, both sides dug in well. An Omaha win would see them insert themselves back into the conversation for one of those top 2 places. They were 4 points off first and second with 2 games in hand at the start of the match. Looking for the overlap, and it might fall to Herzog. Corey Herzog now looking to pick out a teammate. Top of the box, and cleared out across the end line. It will be a corner for Omaha. Good last-ditch defending by the Mingos. Herzog looked to pick a teammate out. Kind break of the ball here. That was Temgia who failed to clear it. Couldn't see who that was who tracked back in pink to prevent that chance. It is a third Modelo corner of the match for Omaha. Brito's service, low right into the box. Save made by Reco Rosarena. It was straight at him, but he still had to show good reflexes, and he did. Noe Meza was on the end of it, and Rosarena keeps it 0-0. There was that low, quick, precise delivery, and it nearly paid off for Omaha. But Rosarena was in the way. Let's see that delivery and that save again. Brito keeping it low, and Meza arrived. He's at a fairly comfortable height for a Rosarena, but he still had to get those hands up quickly. Good ball down the right. Acrobatic attempt by Gephardt to keep it in play, but could not.
Stay tuned in here. Stay tuned in. Lock in. Show up.
Leonard. Mele Temgia. Mikey Maldonado. Space out wide. Nazim Bartman. And his ball in. Offside anyhow was Abdu Mbake Jum. Tormenta just scored at Charlotte, and they've taken a 2-0 lead now over the Independents. So looking like it might be back-to-back wins on the road for Tormenta. Little back heel flick by Brito, trying to put it into the path of Jiba, but that was read and cut out. Zim Bartman the other way. Mbake Jum claiming a foul. Madison bench insistent there was a foul. Now the whistle blows. That was very late. It appears there will be a free kick for forward Madison after all that. Corey Herzog remonstrating with Velimir Stefanovic. Let's see the foul. Do Mbake Jum. Shield the ball from Joe Brito. Haven't had many attacking set pieces in this opening half, Madison. Mateus Cassini standing over it. Fake to play it short. Now lays it back to Leonard. was kept in play along that far touchline. Alejandzik, Meza didn't quite reach him. Good intercept by Mele Temgia. Wheeler Omayunu showed much too much of that ball. Herzog tapped it away from him. Overlapping run. Luis Heel is in. Luis Heel off the bar. So nearly a first goal in Volton White for Luis Heel. Not sure if Rosarena might have gotten a fingertip to it. Closest either side has come in this first half. That bad giveaway by forward Madison, an inch away from being punished by Luis Heel and Union Omaha. Cassini at the other end now, trying to loft it over the top. Spun off a defender's foot. Gephardt. Gephardt with a strike, and it's wide. Claiming a deflection, and there was a deflection. It will be a corner. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Here's that turnover leading to this chance for Omaha. Brito. Wonderful overlapping ball for Luis Heel. And Heel just rattling that frame. Corner will be taken by Abdou Mbake Jam. Man going flying for Omaha. That was Herzog. Velimir Stefanovic over to try to sort things out. See Osman and Herzog in a little wrestling match. Now ready for the corner. Played in low, and with the left foot, it's dribbled wide. Great opportunity for Cyrus Rod, who didn't catch it cleanly. He's claiming another deflection in another corner. Velimir Stefanovic did not see anything and awards the goal kick. Best chance of the half for forward Madison. How did Cyrus Rod find himself in that much space above the 6-yard box? Omaha very fortunate that he did not make a cleaner connection. Omaha looking for a free kick. Play on, says the referee. Mikey Maldonado. Cassini. Bending one over the top. Mbake Jam got his head to it. Knutson hoofs it clear. Maldonado heads forward. Skiers fell over. Hustled after by Meza. Cleaned up by Claudio. Frantic sequence ends with Raiko Rosarena calming things down. Later this evening, we'll have one more match in USL League One. Central Valley at home to FC Tucson in the Western Classico. That feels like a must-win for Central Valley. Coming off a 2-0 defeat at home to Tormenta on Saturday. Derek Gephardt. Lobbed over the top. Cassini looking to motor onto the end of it. Cassini didn't catch it cleanly. I think he was trying to lob Nuhu. Nuhu way out, cutting down the angle. Cassini had it spin clumsily off his left foot. The warning signs are there for Omaha. Forward Madison have gotten themselves free in the box a few times in this first half. Of course, Omaha hit the bar a few minutes ago with Luis Heel. And a couple other half chances. Noe Meza with that free header from a corner prior to that. Alejandzik down the right side for Omaha. His cross in just over Mesa's head. Brito will keep it in play by the end line. And trying to shield it out of play, thinking he would have a corner. He'll have a throw instead. Jiba quickly for Doyle. Skiers. Brito touches it to Doyle. And then out to Jiba, and then Skiers back toward Jiba. Couldn't keep it in play. Neat one-touch football from Omaha. Just over 5 minutes to go until the half. We remain goalless. Members of Omaha Parliament behind that goal to the left. Oh, that was intercepted by Ali Hadzik, but couldn't do much with it. Omaha have not beaten Madison at Werner Park yet. In 3 prior visits from the Mingos. Omaha's only win against Forward Madison came at Breese Stevens. A 2-1 victory. Maldonado, good turn to find some space. Somehow threaded that ball through for Cassini, but Cassini couldn't take it in. Jiba, that was a slack ball. Left his teammate in some trouble. Almost were able to break from it. 50-50 ball. Referee put his whistle to his lips. Decides to play advantage instead. He was going to award a foul and a free kick to Forward Madison. They had possession of the ball. He decided to let play flow on. Matt Glazer having a friendly conversation with the 4th official. Remember, Matt Glazer and Jay Mims are really good friends. Coached together at Real Salt Lake before getting their respective head coaching jobs. But they are not going to be friendly to each other during these matches. You wouldn't expect that, of course. Derek Gephardt. Mele Temgia. I think Madison wouldn't be too upset to go into the locker room at 0-0. That's not a good ball by Maldonado. Brito looking to get it in play quickly. And he's also looking to steal about 10 yards, which the referee spotted. Skiers almost lost it to Cassini, but was able to play it through for Heel. And Heel looking for the run of Mesa, but Mesa checked his run. Once Noe Mesa had just gone a little bit static. Heel thought he would already be in motion. 6 shots for Omaha now officially in this first half. 4 credited to Madison. That header flicked along in the direction of Cassini, lets it run through, and a stop made by Nuhu. The rebound, spread across the face, heavy touch, still loose. Mbake Jam has it run to him along the end line. Great chance for Forward Madison. Chance still alive, bent back post, flicked away by Knutson. Cyrus Rod making that overlapping run, couldn't quite be picked out. And another opportunity goes begging for the visitors now. Rashid Nuhu with the biggest save of the first half, denying Abdou Mbake Jam from point-blank range. And it's another instance of Abdou Mbake Jam getting himself in with determination and guts and guile, just not quite able to apply the finishing touch. Lots of credit to Rashid Nuhu for preventing him from doing that. Into the final minute of the 45. We'll see how much additional time we have added on. Haven't had many stoppages in this first half. We're being told there will be 3 minutes added on. Neat touch around a defender. Down that left side, Cyrus Rod lifting it for Cassini. Nuhu out to punch. Didn't get much on it. Cassini claiming a penalty. It was off him last. It's going to be a goal kick. Cassini motioning for somebody behind the goal to quiet down. So Mateus Cassini has shushed the Omaha bench and the Omaha fans behind that goal. What a neat touch that was by Cyrus Rod to set up this play. Then his ball in. Nuhu flapping at it. Jiba there to just put Cassini off enough. Ryan Jiba almost certainly saved a goal there, because Rashid Nuhu was stranded. Ball falls to Joe Brito. Could Omaha create something before the end of the half? Skiers. That's a great switch out to the right, and Ali Hodzik. Ali Hodzik looking for space to deliver across. He does so. Intended for Herzog, who is well bracketed by two defenders in pink. Heel now. A little bit of space to run forward. Luis Heel with his left foot, just wide. Luis Heel has been bright in this first half a couple of times. Of course, he hit the crossbar about 10 minutes ago. It was Doyle finding Heel, and Heel just curling it wide to that far post. Did look as though Rosarena had it covered. Duambake Jum guilty of an elbow, apparently. He doesn't think so. He's going to be the first booking of the match. Well, the Madison bench isn't happy about that. So the first Hale Varsity Yellow Club, or yellow card of the match. Final seconds of the first half. Ball over the top. Mays is offside. Rosarena made the save anyhow. Final goal kick of the first half, most likely. And there is the final whistle of half number one. Both sides had some chances. Omaha hit the bar. Forward Madison had a couple point-blank chances that were turned aside by Rashid Nuhu. Our Courtyard by Marriott halftime show is next. At the break, Union Omaha and Forward Madison, 0-0.
I'm actually the first person in my whole entire family, teenagers, adults, kids, grandparents, that's gotten my bachelor's degree. It was 16 hours to Missouri, and then we picked up my dad and my brother, and then it was another 5 hours here. I didn't get a walk for high school. Everyone else gets that opportunity, so when it came to this, I was like, I don't care how far it is away.
Here you go. Thank you. So where did you even start?
Nebraska Madison.
Really?
He's home now. They implanted this tiny device where they can monitor his heart from anywhere.
have some good news. Cancer's in remission, CAR T cells work.
Oh my God, amazing. They actually removed the clot that was causing Rory's stroke. She's doing great.
No matter what it is, without question, they are our go-to.
Your connection to the state's most comprehensive care. Nebraska Medicine.
It is the Courtyard by Marriott halftime show here in Papillion. Well, this last weekend, another crazy one in USL League One. Ryan Rose has a recap of all 13 goals that we saw last weekend.
5 matches on Saturday. We start in Richmond, 3 points behind Greenville at the top of the table, hosting Omaha. Jonathan Bolaños leaves it for Ethan Bryant. But after the save, Bolaños puts it home. 4th of the season for Jonathan Bolaños, 1-0 Richmond. Near the end of the half, a tough sight. Alex Touche diving to make a stop into the post, and he is injured, has to be taken off the field. Best wishes to him. Tough loss for Omaha. Then in the second half, 70th minute, Bolaños to Terzaghi off the set piece. Nifty move there. Terzaghi now activated. 2-0. Bolaños again. Look at the effort, the hustle. Back to Terzaghi. Like I said, he's been activated. 2 more goals. He's got 14, 3 clear in the Golden Boot race. And that matches Greenville on points. Speaking of Greenville, they're hosting Northern Colorado, which is missing 3 players due to red card suspensions. But Johan Peñaranda keeping them in it. Scoreless to the second half. 72nd minute. The 60th minute, rather. Wolfgang Prentice takes it wide, sends it far post. What a delivery to Irvin Parra, who knows what to do with it. His header is good. It is a 1-0 lead. He takes the phone call, gets smart style. Now 72nd minute. Owen Don sends it up to Jerry Jejun. And Jejun knows what to do with it. Far post. What a shot. Northern Colorado now just 1 point from the playoff line, and that is their first win, 2-0 on the road since May 18th at Charlotte. Speaking of Charlotte, they haven't lost at home since that match. They're hosting Chattanooga. 7 in a row unbeaten for the Red Wolves. 69 seconds in, Mo Espinosa's pinpoint pass to Alex Tejera. 1-0, first of the season since joining the team about 6 weeks ago. 39th minute now, Corey Bennett crosses to Miguel Ibarra with the scissor kick. His 3rd of the season, 1-1 to the half. Back and forth game. It's so nice. You want to see it again. Look at that. Chips it just inside the post. Once again, Ibarra's 3rd of the year, and the dance to boot. You do the scissor kick, you get a dance. 61st minute. Espinosa takes it himself. Look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. 2-1. He has 3 goals and 7 assists. 7 assists leads the team. 90th minute, of course. Charles going to do this at home late. Tracer Mbuyu beats Avilés. His 9th of the season. 2-2 your final. That is the 6th goal at home in the 80th or later for Charlotte. Wow. Chattanooga stays unbeaten, though. 8 unbeaten. That's the longest active streak in the league right now. We go up the road to North Carolina and Cary. Scoreless draw at Madison Wednesday for North Carolina, so trying to get on the board, and they do. 18th minute, Shokat Tahir has a hit for his 2nd goal. There's an hour delay for Lightning. Nifty pass there from Nicholas Molina. An hour delay for Lightning. They get it resumed, and we go late into this one. 81st minute. It is definitely dark. Off the corner, punched out by Pulisic, but Luis Perez, his 4th goal, 2nd in the last 3 matches. That will get us to a 1-1 draw in Cary. Luis Perez saying thanks to a friend or family over there. Now we go out west to finish the night. Central Valley hosting Tormenta. 2 teams with 5 road wins. Tormenta looking like the sharper team. Toby Otieno takes it through to the Fuego defense, gives it to Keziah Sterling. 1-0. Here's the throw in off the head of Ryan Sierakowski. Back to Sterling, who does it again. 2 goals for Sterling, 8 for the season. 6 road wins for Tormenta is the most in the league. Unfortunately for Fuego, that's the 9th time they've been shut out. That also leads the league. We have more halftime coming up, but first this from the USL.
I'm on that real tick. I'm on that real tick.
Owls fans, do you remember the 21st night of September? Do you want to fly like an owner? Thanks to JetLinks, you can. Every time you scan your ticket at the gates this season, you'll be automatically entered into the JetLinks Fly Like an Owner sweepstakes. JetLinks will fly a fan and guest via private jet with Union Omaha owner Gary Green on September 21st as Union Omaha takes on Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC. You and your guest will receive the full VIP owner experience for the duration of the trip. To learn more about your personal jet company, or if you're interested in a career in aviation with JetLinks, please visit jetlinks.com.
The Jamaican Malik Foster. The Panenka, absolutely disgusting. Plenty of times. Saved by Viniello. Rodrigo Lopez. It's improbable. It's indomitable. It's another cup set.
Remaining until that U.S. Open Cup final, Sacramento Republic will play Orlando in Orlando September 7th. Can't wait for that. Meanwhile, Richmond Kickers rising to the top spot in the league after their win on Saturday. Jonathan Bolaños had a goal and 2 assists. Both of his assists were for Emiliano Terzaghi, who extended his league lead in that Golden Boot race, now with 14 league goals. And the USL to Jacksonville on Tuesday. Jacksonville becoming the latest city added to the USL Championship expansion list, an ownership group including Tim Tebow. Here's your team of the week and player of the week. We talked about Jonathan Bolaños, a goal and 2 assists. He tore Omaha apart. So unused to seeing a single player dominate Omaha for a full 90 minutes, the way Jonathan Bolaños did last weekend. Mo Espinoza also amongst that team of the week for Chattanooga Red Wolves, who drew 2-2 with Charlotte Independence last weekend. Tormenta about to win 2 games in 3 days as they are headed for closing out Charlotte 2-0 after they won 2-0 at Central Valley Fuego on Saturday. So it's been quite a week for Tormenta so far. North Carolina FC, a 1-1 draw with FC Tucson. We talked about Richmond thumping Omaha. Greenville suffering a shock loss at home to Northern Colorado, who were good value for that win as well. That's why Richmond drew level with Greenville and passed them on tiebreakers for that top spot on the table. Later tonight, we told you Central Valley Fuego hosting FC Tucson. That's a game Fuego really need to win to stay in touch with the playoff race. And then next weekend, Greenville home to Forward Madison. That's a huge one. Really looking forward to that. Union Omaha plays Chattanooga Red Wolves at home. Northern Colorado Hailstorm got back in the playoff race with their win over Greenville last week. They've got to continue that run now against NCFC. And FC Tucson hosting Charlotte Independence. All those games, of course, as always, right here on ESPN+. Come back in a moment with highlights from your first half. Union Omaha and Forward Madison, 0-0.
Huh? I'm mic'd up. Better watch what you say around me. I'm gonna use it against you. Hey, referee. You can't hit children. You know that. What kickers on the way back?
I think that's the whole point.
Why do I feel so old?
You say old?
Yeah, man. My knees hurt, my ankles, my back. Maybe it's because I sleep weird.
Why?
JP was an all-state high jumper in high school. Seen how high that guy jumps? Yo, Scar, what's your favorite thing about Justin? No, your favorite thing about Justin.
About Justin?
About Justin.
Yeah, why? Is it his eyes?
Say it out loud. Say it out loud for everybody to hear. You have to look at him. You have to look at him while you say it. What did you say?
He's so charming.
My favorite thing about Justin is how tall he is and how he overpowers people with his presence. That's something I'll never have. Back pedal, back pedal, back pedal. Back pedal. Amir probably did 20 push-ups. Alex, how far do you think you could kick a ball? Yeah, like if you punted it straight in the air. Probably a mile. Or like 1,000,000 feet. Look at Gabe, it's like Elastigirl. You got flexibility, mobility. You've been working out a lot. You swim? Can you swim? It's an honest question. I mean, don't laugh. I can't swim.
I can drown.
I can breathe underwater for like 1 second. I can get one breath underwater. These are super fun. There we go. Man. I'm out first though, so don't worry about it.
If we get the ball,
oh,
we're ready to kill him.
You sound like Megatron.
You sound like Bane.
Very nice. What? That's 2 touches. Finally. Oh! Hold on. 2 balls. 2 balls. 2 balls. 2 balls. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1. No! Hey, now you're in. I caught it. Go on then.
We're making up rules now?
Oh, that's a real one. 1. Be careful, bro.
Be careful.
Whatever you say can be used against you. It could incriminate you.
Bomberos.
Hello, Hedy. You want me to coach?
Last weekend.
Hey,
You got that rash
Hedy.
off last week.
I'm a bad man.
You can cut that out, right?
Immediately following this match tonight between Union Omaha and Forward Madison, Union Omaha's unified team, made possible by their partnership with Special Olympics Nebraska, is taking the pitch once again for the second leg of the Unified Series Cup against Forward Madison's unified team. Union Omaha took the win in the first leg. That was up in Madison last month, but the FMFC squad is ready to take some revenge here tonight. Nil-nil Union Omaha Forward Madison. Let's see some quick highlights from those opening 45 minutes, presented again by Courtyard by Marriott. Both sides had some chances in the first half. In the 30th minute, Union Omaha got themselves forward. This favorable bounce of the ball, Corey Herzog looked to cut it back toward the top of the box, knowing Meza was arriving, but defended well enough by Forward Madison. The ensuing corner, met by Noe Meza, sent straight at Raiko Rosarena, made a good reflex stop, getting those hands up quickly. Really good delivery by Brito. Meza, flying header, but not able to direct it either side of that big goalkeeper. Then in the 34th minute, closest Omaha came in the first half. So followed this turnover as Herzog poked it off a Forward Madison foot. Joe Brito, great ball into the path of Luis Heel, and Heel cracked it off the bar. And Raiko Rosarena, I didn't see that initially, but he did get a touch to that. So that was a great save by the Forward Madison keeper as well. In the 43rd minute, this was the best chance for Forward Madison in the first half. Abdou Mbake Jam was in, but Rashid Nuhu able to smother, and then that ball coming across the face of goal, and Nazim Bartman will probably feel he should have done better with that first touch. He had a great opportunity there, 6 yards out. But we're goalless as we get set for the second half with Omaha in those Volt shorts and white kits. Forward Madison in the pink. And here we go, big second half from Omaha, with Omaha attacking from left to right in this second stanza. Again, an Omaha win would put them right in the mix for one of those top 2 spots. They would put them a point back of both Richmond and Greenville, still with a match in hand on both of them. The Forward Madison win would see them up the table as this ball across the face, good cross in, comes to Doyle on the edge of the box, looking to settle, and the bicycle kick by Skeers is over the bar. Ambitious, good start to the second half for Omaha. Ali Hadzik with the initial ball in. Doyle, who doesn't shoot much, and then Skeers settling and having a hit with the bike. Not able to keep it down. That's a very difficult thing to do, of course. Anyway, a Forward Madison win would pull them level on points with Omaha. Would move them up to 3rd in the table. I'm Donnie Barnes. Hope you enjoyed the first half. Glad to have you back for the second. That's a foul and a free kick for Madison. So a hugely consequential second 45 tonight in Papillion, Nebraska. Can these sides separate themselves from each other? That's a bad ball. Ali Hadzik forward toward Herzog, who keeps it in play, and Meza almost striding onto the end of it, but Eric Leonard got there first. He volleyed it out. It will be a deep attacking throw for Omaha. Herzog volleying that along from his rear end. Almost was able to play Meza in. Meza shielding that ball with his back. Crowded out by 2 defenders. That's good work by Mitch Osmond to prevent the corner. It's another throw for Omaha instead. Ali Hadzik, Meza, Luis Heel. Swung in by Claudio, headed away from the penalty spot. It'll be another Union Omaha throw. The Owls have started the second half very much on the front foot. Herzog by that end line, slipping it for Meza, who didn't catch it. Noe Meza screwed it off the outside of his foot. Great chance with the left, and Meza wants that back. Well, it's great play from Herzog, just flicking that with the outside of his boot, and Meza unable to connect. That connection up top has gotten so potent for Omaha over the last few weeks. They nearly connected again there. Skiers thumping that header forward. Cleaned up by Leonard, back to Arozarena. And he slips Arozarena and able to recover at the feet of Noe Meza. Oh my. Reiko Arozarena using every inch of that big frame of his. It was almost a pink-faced moment for the men in pink, but Arozarena, what a recovery. Had to get that right with the right leg. Meza just wasn't able to shift it out of his feet and wriggle around the keeper before Arozarena could recover. Speed of thought and action for Arozarena there. And it stays 0-0. Omaha continuing to attack in waves early in the second half, though. Here comes Ali Hadzik. Ali Hadzik looking to motor down that right side. Showed too much of it to Cyrus Rod. It's another throw. Now Herzog. His cross had to be touched over by Arozarena. Turned into a shot. It might have found its way in if not for the big paws of the big keeper. It'll be a corner for Union Omaha. Well, you expected Herzog to swing in across. I'm not sure if he was trying to catch the keeper out at his near post. Arozarena, though, was alert to it. So a Modelo corner for Omaha, who have dominated the opening 5 minutes of this second half. Of course, you have to make periods of dominance pay. And a man rolling around in the box for forward Madison. That is Mikey Maldonado, who's down, and a red card is out, and Amir Ali Hadzik has been sent off. Omaha reduced to 10 men. Enormous moment in this match. Just when Omaha were turning the screw, and now they'll play a man down. And Amir Ali Hadzik is beside himself. He can't believe a red card's been shown. Massive moment in this game and possibly in this season for both these teams. Amir Ali Hadzik disconsolate, but he will make the walk. And Omaha will have to do it with 10. Let's see if we can spot what might have happened between Ali Hadzik and Maldonado. See Ali Hadzik, number 2 there by the penalty spot. The little push by Maldonado, oh, the hand up to the face. Maldonado made the most of it, but you can't put your hands in somebody's face. It's not anywhere near as severe as Maldonado made it look, but Amir Ali Hadzik, I think, was trying to push him in the chest, got his face instead, and you can't do that. Anytime you shove somebody in the face, you're putting yourself in real danger of a red card, and that's exactly what happened. Well, that's a gut punch for Omaha, who had started the second half so well. They'll still have a corner at the end of all this. And if they can defend this corner, though, forward Madison will have a massive opportunity over the rest of this second half to take all 3 points on the road. corner swung in by Doyle. The outswinger intended for Skeers. He did get his head to it. Meza trying to keep it in. Back for Doyle. His cross charged down. And put out of play by Abdou Mbake Jam. Now Doyle with some space. His centering cross came off a defender. Some shouts for handball. Not too many claims from the Union Omaha players. Jiba slipped. Play continues. Here come the Mingos now. Their first chance to attack these 10 men, but tracking back and committing the foul was Herzog, and this crowd is irate. Omaha have got to make sure they keep their heads now. A lot of frustration from the home side. Cassini, the man who went down. Jiba wiped out himself and wiped out a forward Madison player. And then Cassini just run into by Herzog. So, free kick for the Mingos. Cassini is around it. Not allowed to take it yet. Looks like the Wall being instructed to move further back. Atmosphere growing increasingly heated in this crucial crunch match between these Midwest rivals. Cassini and Mbake Jam. It's Mbake Jam with the delivery, and it's right down the throat of Rashid Nuhu. Great work by Noe Meza. Couldn't quite hit Brito in the overlap. Intercepted then by Skeers. With 10 men now, Omaha aren't going to have as many outlets up the pitch. They have to try to defend in numbers and see if they can maybe nick something on the break. Something they're very capable of doing, of course. Still an enormous opportunity for the Mingos over the final 35 minutes plus stoppage time tonight. Good one-touch play by them down the left, but Rod couldn't quite keep it in play. Meza wins the flick forward. Herzog wins the free kick. Mitch Osmond frustrated. That's the one thing forward Madison can't do too much of now in the second half. Up a man, don't want to give set-piece opportunities to Omaha. This one from a distance, so tougher to create something dangerous from it, but kind of thing you don't want to do too much of. Now the Mingos applying a press. Lifted over the top. Herzog trying to stride onto the end of it. He was offside. Well, Raiko Rosarena made two tremendous saves in the first half, tipping Luis Heel's drive onto the crossbar, saving reflexively from Noe Meza's free header. Rashid Nuhu saved point blank from Abdou Mbake Jam late in the half. Made another unconventional save just on the edge of his box with his feet. And then the red card to Amir Ali Hadzik in the 50th minute. Omaha still trying to press and nearly create a turnover, and Noe Meza again just couldn't sort it out of his feet. Some sloppiness here from forward Madison. And Meza stabs it forward for Doyle. Lifted over the top. Herzog is in. Corey Herzog missed just wide. That was the chance for Omaha. It looked for all the world like it was headed for the back of the net. And Herzog's stab with the right boot was just off target. Wonderful ball lifted over the top. J.P. Skierce and Herzog just couldn't get it to drop in time and couldn't direct it between the sticks. Mentioned forward Madison getting sloppy with the ball, and they were nearly punished for it. Now they look to work themselves forward, but Omaha hunting that ball in packs, playing really well with 10 men so far. Joe Brito. Meza again doing so well to shield the ball. Skierce, that's going to be too heavy for Brito.
Hey, you cannot get attracted to the ball. Ball goes negative, the third man's running. Come on, guys.
And Matt Glazer yelling at his team, not happy with what he's seen over these last several minutes. Telling them you can't get attracted to the ball. The ball goes negative, a third man's running. In other words, if the ball's turned over to them, to Omaha, they're going to have runners off that ball that you have to track. Very different opening 15 minutes to the second half than what we saw for much of the first, which was very cagey with a few brief bursts of goal-bound activity. Looking much more open so far in the second half. We'll see if that lasts. It usually doesn't, especially between these two sides. Lifted over the top, out comes Nuhu. And he fumbles the ball, Rashid Nuhu, but still had space to recover. Well, Marco Rosarena almost handed Omaha a goal early in this half. Wasn't the cleanest from Nuhu, but it didn't matter in the end. USL is all for Republic. Tune in to the U.S. Open Cup final as Sacramento Republic takes on Orlando City SC. That'll be September 7th as the long ball forward taken down by Herzog. Just has Meza up with him. Now some help arriving. Joe Brito chose not to put in the cross first time. Herzog lays it back off for Brito. Herzog again. Skierce. All the way back to Claudio and then Knutson. Knutson has to be careful. Did well. Heel. The overlap for Jiba. Ryan Jiba looking to pick somebody out in the middle. Chose not to play in the cross and then misses Meza. That's a missed opportunity. Ryan Jiba's got to do better there. And the counter might be on for forward Madison now. Nazim Bartman. He has Rod steaming forward, chose not to use him. Cassini now. Maldonado. Cassini back onto it. Again, he'll roam all over the park. Over an hour played, 0-0. 11 against 10 for forward Madison. Mbake Cham. Cassini. Wheeler Omiunu. Mitch Osmond. Forward Madison's turn to have some possession. Omaha defending in banks. Ball cut out by the sliding Doyle. Luis Heel. Lifted forward by Jiba. Cleaned up by Tengia. Cassini looking to turn in a pocket. Forward with pace into the chest of Brito. Now Meza lost it uncharacteristically. Cyrus Rod now. Every touch feels vital, either direction. Better patience now from forward Madison. All looking to press up, then over the top, too heavy. And accepted by Rashid Nuhu. Again, that Open Cup final, September 7th. Show your support using the hashtag #AllForRepublic on social media. Watch the U.S. Open Cup final September 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Nuhu, that long ball forward. It might fall for Herzog. The flag is up. And he's asking what for. He wasn't offside, I don't think. He's being whistled for a foul. So soft, J. Mims says. Temgia going tumbling. See Bob Warming, who's joined the Omaha coaching staff over the last couple months, up remonstrating with the fourth official, or with the linesman, that is. Good possession for Madison now. Maldonado. Eric Leonard. Maldonado again, finding some more space in the second half. Mitch Osmond. Cyrus Rod. The middle, Knutson is there. Not the cleanest of clearances, but it worked. Heel, great ball forward. Herzog has Meza running to his left. Checks up and waits for help. Veteran play by Corey Herzog with his side down a man. He was looking to win a throw there. It went to a teammate instead. It is a throw eventually, which Herzog takes right away for Skiers. Meza, that's great control. Good touches there to the feet of Jiba. Knutson. Make Jum was hunting for a mistake. Herzog, a little bit of space. Herzog. Meza trying to lay it off for Heel. Didn't really control that first touch. Wheeler Omiunu, good ball. Derek Gephardt. Maldonado cutting in field, lifting it over the top. Claudio with good positioning, headed away. No real way out for Omaha at the moment, though. With Madison dominating the ball. Still 0-0, though, with 65 minutes played. Cyrus Rod, good little feint, dances his way into the box. His square ball, what a block! What a block by Dalton Knutson, who probably saved a goal. Wonderful build-up play by the visitors. And Dalton Knutson throwing his body in the way. On we go, Madison come again. Maldonado, and then Osmond. And then Cassini, surveying his options in the box, plays it with the outside of the boot. The crossed attempt cut out by Claudio. Could Nuhu keep it in play? He could not. It's a corner. Let's see that block shot a moment ago. Cyrus Rod squaring it for Nazim Bartman. And Knutson threw himself in the way. Here comes the corner for forward Madison. Played short. Curled back post, but easy for Nuhu. Nazim Bartman frustrated with himself there. Again, shorter, narrower dimensions here. Crosses that sometimes would be on target at other pitches, or sometimes not here. You run out of space quickly. Herzog, or maybe Meza, again whistled for a foul. Well, if you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157. That's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC 157 and the SXM app. Ryan Jiba adjudged to have been fouled by the linesman, and a free kick for Union Omaha. We're going to have a substitution for Union Omaha, it sounds like, as we're midway through the second half. Eddie Gordon is going to check in, and he'll replace Noe Meza. That's a defensive substitution for Omaha, really. Meza, an attacker. Gordon can get forward in the attack, but generally plays either along the back line or in the midfield. Noe Meza had a couple looks tonight. That one he had early in the second half that fell to him around the edge of the 6-yard box that he swung at and mostly missed with his left foot. He'll unfortunately be thinking about that one tonight if Omaha don't come away with the result. Good strength by Herzog. Couldn't control it with the chest, though. Throw in for forward Madison. The reigning title holders visit in-state rivals as the USL on ESPN2 continues. Orange County SC looks for a late-season surge against Sacramento Republic FC. Sunday, September 18th at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Mateus Cassini keeps his balance and keeps the ball. Forward Madison continuing to play against the 10 men of Omaha after Amir Alehadzik was shown a red card in the 50th minute. Into the box it goes, flicked along and wide. Great delivery from that right side. Derek Gephardt swung that ball in. Nazim Bartman couldn't guide it on target. Bartman got his head to it, but couldn't flick it on goal. See forward Madison getting a few subs ready on the touchline. Goes all the way through in the direction of Joe Brito. Corey Herzog trying to hustle onto it, and he wins it. Great work by the veteran forward. Almost fell to Brito. Maldonado a heavy touch and then is fouled. Skeers put it in the net. The Omaha crowd reacts. It won't count. Free kick for forward Madison. Great initial effort by Herzog. Brito got a lot of the ball there, but took out the man as well. The Owls have been very frustrated with the officiating in the second half. And you see those three substitutions getting ready to come on for forward Madison. Here they come on the right side. It's Cassini into the box, trying to wriggle past Luis Heel, who shut the door. Herzog then goes down. Omaha saying play should be stopped. Now it is. Forward Madison still waiting to make those three substitutions. And now those substitutions will arrive. Roger Smith's going to come on, so is Jeremiah Strang and Alan Torres. That is an extremely attacking triple change for Matt Glazer and his men. And Nazim Bartman comes off, as does Abdou Mbake Jam and Mele Temgia. So he takes off 2 forwards and a defender. Puts on 2 attackers and a midfielder. See those changes there at the top of your screen. Well, we've had lots of drama, lots of anger, some chances, some mistakes, a red card. We've not had a goal yet. Ooh, Eric Leonard just did get that right. Maldonado. Loose touch, but he gains a throw. These 2 sides have led USL League One in draws this year, remember. Both had 10 entering this one tonight. Neither really wants to settle for another. Although at this point, Union Omaha might take it. Leonard again calmly back to his keeper. And then Rosarena, not quite so calmly, out into touch. And Rosarena normally with excellent distribution. A couple times tonight he's misfired. He's made a couple big saves when called upon. Corey Herzog to take this throw. Looking like he might launch one into the box. He does. It's easily flicked clear. Doyle wins the subsequent header and was dumped to the turf and will have a free kick. Jeremiah Strang, guilty of undermining him, says referee Velimir Stefanovic. Corey Herzog putting the ball down and immediately threatening to take it right away. 4 flamingos right in his face.
Hey, be aware to the right. Be aware to the right.
Herzog and Cassini have had their share of discussions tonight. Corey Herzog's put a ton into this game. Remember, he didn't play for a while with Hartford earlier this year before coming to Omaha several weeks ago. He's still probably not fully 90 minutes fit. But with 15 minutes to go, he's still out there, and it's taken wide to Jiba. Trying to get it settled, Ryan Jiba couldn't deliver across because it wouldn't sit down. Then it was miscued by Doyle, and that really comes to nothing for Omaha. Eddie Gordon now making up some space. Luis Heel by the end line. Keeps it in play. Who is that off last? It'll be a corner for Omaha. Crowd responds as the Owls earn a Modelo corner kick. Corey Herzog playing effectively as the lone striker right now. They'll be able to send some more bodies forward on this set piece. Connor Doyle walking over to take it.
Short. Good road. Good road, Jay. Can we break on him here?
Doyle's delivery toward the back post. Skierce is there. Second ball flicked along and flicked in. It's Herzog. And Union Omaha, with 10 men, have a priceless goal and a potentially priceless lead. Omaha's old head shows the way again for his new club. 80 goals at the USL Championship level, and now 2 goals in League One. It was Skiers first, then it was Knutson who got something on it. It fell to Herzog, and he knew exactly what to do with that. A predator, a poacher, a finisher. That's exactly why Jay Mims brought him in, and he's rewarded his old college coach with another massive moment. Could the 10 men of Omaha snatch a vital win? They are now 12.5 minutes plus stoppage time away from doing that, but forward Madison will still have plenty to say about that, of course. Now the Owls have something to hold on to. Well, that was flicked awkwardly back by Jiba. Didn't need to do that, and he's handed a corner to forward Madison. That wind really gusting up now, adding another complicating factor to an increasingly wild night. Good delivery needed here for the Mingos. Low outswinger Herzog had time to accept it and then volley it away. Chased down by Gephardt, fed to Cassini. Cassini stepping into this and leathering it way over the bar. Suddenly looking a little bit frantic, the Mingos. Still have time to rescue this with that man advantage. Which they have had since the 50th minute. What did we say a little while ago? The one thing forward Madison didn't want to do was give Omaha set-piece opportunities. Anytime you're up a man, you especially don't want to give your opponent set-piece chances. Like a little bit of a push there on Brito. He wasn't called for it. It'll be a throw for the Mingos anyhow. We talked about Omaha working so much on their set pieces in training for the past several weeks, how they've been taking more risks to train those more. It certainly paid off there. Just how massive that goal could be, we'll find out over the next 10 minutes plus. Cyrus Rod. You thought Omaha were defending in numbers before. They will defend with their lives now. Sliding attempt by Skiers to break that one up, and the second ball fell kindly to Doyle. Oh, that's good play by Alan Torres, and his through ball. Out comes Nuhu. Didn't get it cleanly, but it's cleaned up by Heel. Wow. It was great work by Alan Torres to read the bounce of the ball accurately. Now play has been stopped. Nuhu has stayed down, and that'll be frustrating for Madison. But what a great read of the bounce it was by Alan Torres, and what a delightful through ball it was. Nuhu fast off his line to come out. Has he injured his hand, perhaps? Omaha have had so many injuries over the last few weeks. Jay Mims told us yesterday we're starting to run out of bodies. And they certainly don't want to see anything wrong with their mainstay goalkeeper over the past 3 years, the two-time Golden Gloves Award winner. Pointing to that left arm and shoulder area, it looks like. Well, let's see that play again. As Nuhu came rushing out. Wonderful through ball by Torres. Arriving just ahead of Derek Gephardt was Nuhu.
I can't play favorites because you're my daughter. I can't play favorites because you're my daughter. I could show you, but you can't show me. It was in the air. They had the last touch on your court.
Well, Nuhu still grabbing at that shoulder and side area. Saluted by the Parliament. He certainly gave his teammates plenty of time to catch their breath. Corey Herzog lobbying that this ball should be dropped a couple yards further back. Corey Herzog has fought for everything tonight, fought with just about everyone in pink. Right now, his telling touch in the box is the biggest one of the match. Still plenty of time for Madison, as their bench is reminding them. They're about to make another change as Justin Suko is getting ready to come on. Could they find an equalizer before then? Here comes another cross, lifted really well into the box, headed away by Gordon, only to the edge of the area. Comes down to Torres. Maldonado. Torres wanted it down the line. Maldonado didn't give it to him, pulls it back instead. Now this is Torres now, lining it up with the right. Torres beaten away by Rashid Nuhu. Oh, Torres struck it sweetly. Nuhu had that post covered. Still in play. Roger Smith now. Smith to the edge of the area. Smith's shot a little bit tamer and accepted and held by Nuhu. And the Owls survive. Roger Smith, who's been such an impactful player, especially off the bench for Forward Madison this year, he came inches away from winning it for the Mingos against Omaha last month when they met at Breeze Stevens Field. Had a wonderful run down the left, cut inside, and just curled one wide of the far post. Would have been a spectacular goal. He is still very capable of having a say in this outcome tonight. Omaha about to make two changes. You see Hugo Kamatani and Dion Akoff coming on for Omaha. There's Justin Suko coming on for Forward Madison. Derek Gephardt, the man removed for the Mingos in place of Suko. Corey Herzog comes off, the goal scorer. What a shift he put in for Omaha tonight. Joe Brito also subbed off. And Kamatani and Akoff on to try to help see this out for the Owls. Again, if Omaha hang on and take all 3 points tonight, they're just a point off first, with a game still in hand on both Greenville and Richmond. Madison could somehow turn this around. They'd be level with Omaha for third. That's a great ball through. It's Cassini right at Nuhu. Second ball, Nuhu falls on it. Clearest sight of goal for Mateus Cassini in the second half, and he couldn't steer it either side to the Omaha keeper. Cyrus Rod, excellent ball. And Cassini trying to guide it toward that far post, didn't wrap the boot around it quite enough. Nuhu didn't really catch that kick cleanly. Roger Smith battling for it. Doyle back to win it. Gordon looking for space. Forward by Claudio. Only to a man in pink. Cassini motoring his way inside. Lifting one to the edge of the box. Headed away by Akoff. Only as far as Rod. Maldonado. Smith. Facing up Akoff. Roger Smith, his delivery. Headed clear by Jiba. Omaha continuing to defend in numbers. Back into the mix it goes. Akoff to the edge of the box. And swung clear partially by Doyle. The clearance completed by Gordon. Kamatani trying to press up top. It's coming at Omaha in pink waves. It's Maldonado now on the left. Maldonado dragging end line. Maldonado standing up against Akoff. It ran out of play. It's a goal kick. Great defending by Dion Akoff. Three minutes plus stoppage time remaining. Corey Herzog in the 77th. After Amir Ali Hadzik was sent off for Omaha in the 50th. Omaha have had 13 shots tonight. Forward Madison with 11. Kamatani looking for a foul. Nothing given. The Omaha bench irate about that. We play on. Forward Madison. The only way is forward for them at this point. It's Maldonado. It's Roger Smith. And it's broken up again by Akoff. Oh, Doyle, not a good ball out. Smith with the right foot, charged down by Knutson. And now the foul and the free kick for Omaha as Gordon went down. And a yellow card coming out for Roger Smith, who can't believe it. It's been an odd night card-wise. We've only seen 3 of them. Abdou Mbake John was shown one late in the first half. And then we had the straight red, of course, to Amir Ali Hadzik in the 50th. And now a yellow to Smith. That's been it. "90 seconds of the 90 remain. Long by Nuhu. Kamatani, the only man up there, but is able to track it down by the corner. And he earns a throw-in. That's good work by Hugo Kamatani. And more precious seconds will run off the clock. Connor Doyle will use all of his veteran slow walk, false hustle to take his time getting over to that ball. Being told there will be 5 minutes of stoppage time, so still plenty of time remaining for the Mingos to snatch something from this. Kamatani dispossessed by Maldonado. JP Skierce. Knutson pressed by Strang. Doyle out jumps Maldonado. Kamatani looks to keep it. His teammates yelling to take it to the corner. His route to the corner cut off, but he earns a throw. Now a yellow card coming out, I think, to somebody on the Omaha bench, maybe. Is it Doyle who's been shown the card? I guess so. So Connor Doyle carded right on 90 minutes. We're into the 5 additional minutes now. Forward Madison, 10 draws this year. At this point, they'd bite your hand off for an 11th. Maldonado. Torres, lots of space on the right. Cyrus Rod has, Mitch Osmond has drifted into that space. Now Cyrus Rod. Maldonado. Cassini. Didn't like what he saw to deliver across. Torres keeps it moving. Omaha sat in those banks of defenders. Maldonado. Can he find a telling ball? Curling it back post, but it's easy for Nuhu. Again, Union Omaha have only beaten Madison once in 8 prior tries. Madison had only beaten Omaha twice. Omaha 3.5 minutes, perhaps, away from evening the all-time series. But they are certainly not there yet. They're about to make one more substitution at the next dead ball, but oh, that's a bad ball out of the back. That'll allow Omaha to eat some more time and make that change. It's Alex Bruce who's going to come on. He will replace Luis Heel, who is taking his time leaving the pitch. Good game for Luis Heel, probably his best for the Owls since joining them a month ago. So close to opening the scoring in the first half. Had a Rosarena tip it onto the bar. Had another shot as well that was wide. Helped defend as a unit after his side went down to 10. This is another throw for Omaha. And every throw-in and free kick that they win being cheered lustily by that bench and by the fans here at Werner Park. Into the corner, flicked on by Bruce. That should be a goal kick. And it is. 2 minutes of the additional 5 remaining. It's got to go forward for Madison now. They are sprinting forward. Omaha hustling back into shape. Edge of the box, Strang touches it along. Back it comes. Osmond moves it along for Cassini. Torres now. Back wide, Osmond. Torres. Cassini. Didn't have space to shoot. Maldonado. Maldonado chipping back post. There comes Nuhu. And more seconds will run off the clock. Again, Mikey Maldonado just not able to pick out a telling cross. I think he's struggled in these narrower dimensions at Werner Park tonight to do so. He's not the first. We roll into the final minute of stated stoppage time. Nuhu punts long. Flicked forward only as far as Akoff. Akoff trying to win a throw. Bruce chasing down Rod and tackles him, and a free kick for forward Madison, which they're in a great hurry to take. Everybody but Bruce back defending for Omaha. 30 seconds to play. Is there a late twist here for forward Madison? Not there. Rashid Nuhu catching practice again. And the Owls are nearly there. Nuhu will dribble out as many seconds as he's allowed to. Take another one of those long kicks. Although he didn't catch that one very cleanly. And a whistle and a free kick for Omaha as Doyle was pushed and made sure the referee saw it. The Owls again should be in no hurry. That was just one blow of the whistle from the referee. Game continues for now. We play on at the discretion of Velimir Stefanovic. Amatani in the vicinity. It's flicked backward by Maldonado. It's a throw for the home side. There's the final whistle. That is a massive result for Union Omaha, with 10 men for the entirety of the second half nearly. And J. Mim's side defended with their lives, dug in, did enough, and found that moment of magic, found the scrappy goal, found the telling touch. The veteran Corey Herzog provided it. He gets the embraces and congratulations of his teammates. And the Owls are suddenly 1 point out of first place, still with one game in hand on both Richmond and Greenville. Let's see our play of the match here tonight, presented by Shady Rays. It was the only goal of the match, delivered initially by Doyle, flicked on first by J.P. Skierce and then Dalton Knutson, and tucked home by Corey Herzog. Well worked. It wasn't really intended to run all the way back to the near post, but when you create chaos, when you win that first and second ball, good things can happen, and good things often do. And conversely, when you're defending set pieces, anytime you don't win the first or the second contact, you're asking for big trouble, and that's what happened for forward Madison. Up a man for 40 minutes plus stoppage time in the second half. The Mingos will be desperately disappointed to come away empty-handed from Werner Park tonight. They continue to play well. They continue to show great promise. It's just one win in their last 8 now, rather unfathomably for them. They've played much better than that would indicate, but it's getting late in the year, and they need for those results to start coming soon. It did not happen for them here tonight. Union Omaha triumph by a 0-0. We'll wrap it up when we come back from Werner Park.
My name is Peter Marlette. I'm the
General Manager of Union Omaha, and I'm a Bellevue University student. Getting this master's degree is important to me because there's always more to learn. There's always ways to improve yourself no matter what position you're in, and being able to focus on international business management specifically as opposed to sports in general or soccer in general is just going to make me a much more complete manager, leader, and employee of Union Omaha. I think Bellevue University and Union Omaha are such great partners because we both share the same goals of educating the community and improving the Omaha metro area and global community for that matter. We also fit so well together because so many of our players traditionally have to choose between pursuing a professional soccer career or pursuing their education. And because of this partnership, we no longer have to do that. Bellevue University is allowing our players to be full-time professional soccer players and still be students and still further their education and develop as people off the soccer field. So I think it makes perfect sense for us to work together.
We're back at Werner Park this Saturday, September 3rd for Cancer Awareness Night as we play Chattanooga Red Wolves. There will be table displays from local cancer organizations and specialty merch to support different types of cancer awareness. We can't wait to see you there. Corey Hartzog leads the team in a lap of applause. He and his teammates with a kind of win. Not that their team needed galvanizing, not that they necessarily needed something to rally around. They've been good this year. Jay Mims said a few weeks ago, it's rarely felt like last year, though, that championship-winning side, that title-winning mentality and atmosphere. Such a new team for them, so many first-year pros this season. But again, it was the old head, the veteran, just picked up a few weeks ago to help bolster this squad for the stretch run, who repaid whatever they're paying for him delightfully tonight. As Union Omaha, in his 77th minute goal, held on with 10 men against forward Madison to outlast the Mingos. And we'll show you our full match highlights tonight, presented by Cool Greens. Both sides had chances in the first half. Early in the second half, though, before this corner, Amir Alihadzik, a little shove to the face of Mikey Maldonado, shown a straight red. And it looked bleak for Omaha at that point. They'd started the second half really brightly, and even down to 10 men, they played really well and created some chances. And this little ball over the top, Herzog thought that might have been his moment, but he stabbed it just wide as the ball just wouldn't sit down quickly enough. It's a good little lofted ball by J.P. Skiers to put him in, and Herzog couldn't believe he missed. But he would be heard from later. In the 65th minute, forward Madison trying to make that man advantage count. Cyrus Rod, a good little feint, and then dragged it to the penalty spot, and what a block that was by Dalton Knudsen. A moment that's easily forgotten, but a moment that shouldn't be forgotten, because that would have changed everything. If forward Madison had been able to open the scoring against 10 men, it would have been tough for Omaha to find a way back, you feel. But they kept it at 0-0. They kept themselves in with a chance, and this set piece, flicked on by Skiers, bobbled along by Knudsen, slammed home by Corey Herzog. First ball, second ball, third ball, bang. Forward Madison again will lament that they didn't get to any of those touches first. They tried desperately to find the equalizer. They nearly had it there. Matthias Cassini was in, but couldn't beat Nuhu, who made crucial saves again tonight. He was in the right place at the right time. Cassini searching for that far post, but didn't get the requisite curl to do that. Our final match stats this evening show 13 shots for Omaha, 12 for Madison. Madison had twice as many on target, but Nuhu beat them all away. Madison, as you would expect, had twice as much possession, or had 2/3 of the possession, but Omaha is perfectly comfortable with that even when they're playing with 11 men, and with 10, they could not care less, as they had just the one yellow card, but had the red card too, and they were able to find a way regardless. Well, quite a night at Werner Park. Corey Herzog, the hero, and Union Omaha knocking on the door of a top 2 berth, possibly in the playoffs in several weeks. Still plenty more to come down the stretch in League One this year. Another game starting in just a little while, the Western Classico. In just a moment between Central Valley and Tucson. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast from Warner Park in Omaha tonight, where it finished Union Omaha 1, Forward Madison 0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.